In this video, you're gonna see me do two things I've never done before. The first is driving a right-steered car, and the second is giving a TED Talk, and I don't know which one scares me the most.
Okay, here's the car. Yep, the steering wheel is on the right side. Well, let's hope that one turns out good. To my surprise, that driving experience went pretty well, which enabled me to see not only the beautiful English hinterland, but also places like Stonehenge. Indeed.
A couple of months ago, Alex reached out to me saying that I was recommended to him as a potential speaker for the TEDx event he was putting together. He asked me if I would be interested, and of course I was. But I had to pick a topic, and you know me, it had to be about water. But if you get a chance to tell the world about something in water, what would you say? There were so many things I would have put on the table. It was a hard decision to me.
In the UN Water Conference build-up, I considered focusing on the world's failure to provide safe water for all. But that was too doom and gloomy. I considered summarizing the creme de la creme of the water advice I collected on my podcast to give a stage to the bubbling startup scene I love interviewing week on week, but I thought an actual water entrepreneur would do that better. I made the mistake of watching hours of the world's best TED Talks, writing down what I liked about each of them and considering how that could inspire me. But all I got doing this is a growing imposter syndrome, considering I'm really no Simon Sinek.
And it's those who start with why.
Why can't I settle on a TED subject?
That's because you're stupid.
Still, in the build-up to the event, Alex asked me for a title, so I had at least to pick a topic. And off I went with the following: what's the value of your poop?
That is one big pile of shit.
From there on, I started telling everyone I was about to speak in a TED.
Nobody cares.
And sharing my title to the great disbelief of anyone that asked. But I still had not much more than this title to offer, and time was pressing. Yet, I've relied blindly on a technique Gary Halbert shares in the Boron Letters, the shoebox approach. You collect your ideas, cut them out and store them in a shoebox, and one day dots will connect and you'd return to your shoebox and assemble the jigsaw. My shoebox was an iPhone Note, but still, that good old Gary was proven right. Some days ahead of the big one, I had a storyline. But seeing the light so late in the process also meant I was really short on rehearsing time, which made me very nervous as I went off to practice on scene.
Do you have my slides?
What's your name?
Antoine Walter, I'm the last one. The only one with a weird French name, I guess.
Uh-oh, they had not received my presentation.
Do you know what the name of your presentation?
What's the value of our poop?
Should I have gone for a more conventional title? I'd be curious to have your opinion on that, because as much as I love it, I have to acknowledge that everyone I meet reacts to it somewhat like that. But presentation ready or not, that's my spot, and I need to practice, so...
What time is the first one?
12 o'clock.
Oh, okay, so I should be fast.
Are you going to go through the whole thing or just bits?
No, I just wanted to see how the sound level. I'm pretty confident it was about switching the slide, how that would work.
Yeah, but no testing of that. If they have yet to receive my presentation, maybe in retrospect, I should not have fine-tuned it until the last minute. And at that stage, that missing presentation should be the last of my worries. I'm simply not ready.
There are two inhabited spaceships in the universe. That's why regularly you have a spaceship coming up and knocking at the door. And
Come on, this is painful to watch.
is it because Blue Planet has a lot of water? If I was to poll you tonight,
But let's put our shit together. I have a bit of time in front of me. While the first speakers brilliantly take it to the scene, I get in front of my computer and I practice my talk over and over. Okay, and if I'm honest, I'm also eating far too much mince spice. But it's clearly not the day to be on a diet. Time flies and the first 3 groups of 4 are done. It's time for the main event, and you can measure it at the backstage room getting very empty.
I guess I'm the last man standing here. That's the perk of being the last one to speak today. I'm quite anxious, I have to say, so let's hope everything goes fine.
But anxiousness turns into stage fright, so to fight it off, I lock myself in the rehearsal room and I repeat my speech one last time. And it's a catastrophe.
It doesn't have any natural water resources. It doesn't have natural resources, which means that it doesn't feature any natural resources, which means that with all these technologies, solutions, but paying for it. What would be Earth's budget getting into the circle? What do you think? What do you think? What would be so they cannot work. Each need to drink 50 liters of water per day, not drink, but they need 50 liters of water per day. 300 million smaller 300 million times smaller into microbial, into a biological step. Microbiology boils that into a biological reactor, a circular economy chain. In the words, circular economy value chain.
But what can I do? Give up? Return home? Tell my home rehearsing team that no, daddy didn't make it, and then keep repeating to anyone that we should better communicate about water and wastewater challenges when I've failed to leverage a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Could I decently look myself in the mirror after that? No, I can't give up. At that stage, I've had no sleep for almost 30 hours. Every time I rehearsed has been worse than the previous one. But that's my fate, and I have to accept it. I will stand on that stage, and I will fail, but I will try.
There are 2 inhabited spaceships in the universe. The first one is the International Space Station. Actually, it has many perks. It has the best view possible of the universe. It is equipped with the best technology we know, and it gets rid of boring stuff like gravity.
This is the moment where the miracle happens. That lame space parkour joke triggers a chuckle that runs through the audience. It's nothing, but still at that exact moment, I knew nothing could happen to me on that stage. The rest is history, at least to me. You can watch my full TEDx right here, and I'll see you next time.